To Turkey Weekend. Good morning, Sun Seekers. Welcome to a specially Thanksgiving decorated Beach House Beach Bunker. It is a fantastic Friday. I can smell the turkey cooking and the cabbage rolls and the pierogies and the mashed potatoes, whatever you've got cooking. It's going to be great. I just know it. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving long weekend. The show about food, fun places, and mayhem is about to begin. Show today, of course, Canadian Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a bit about the differences between the Canadian and American Thanksgiving, some of the similarities too, and some of your favorite celebrities explaining Canadian Thanksgiving to their counterparts. For example, Martin Short recently explained Canadian Thanksgiving to Jimmy Fallon, and it's kind of fun to watch. And how one of your favorite Canadian comedians, Seth Rogen, actually missed Thanksgiving. Because his parents said he was Jewish, and it's a complicated, funny story where I think that they just didn't like turkey. Use that as an excuse. Anyway, Seth tells the story best. Also coming up on the show, 9 weird things about Canadian Thanksgiving that you probably didn't know. AI Storytime is back today. Because it is Thanksgiving, we'll do the ultimate Sunseeker Thanksgiving disaster. This is where I ask for you to give me some ideas, just out of control, wacky, wild, crazy things we inject into a children's story. Then we do a children's reading after AI process it into a disturbing yet funny little story that we'll do later on in the show. So join us for that. All kinds of childish things happening today. We'll play with our food. The giblets are out. The keyboard is here. AI story time. Imagine you are checking your lottery tickets at the drive-thru and you realize, oh my God, I won. And not only did you win, but you won $75 million. Do you stick in the drive-thru or do you take off? It happened to a Canadian man in the drive-thru. He realized at that second he won $75 million. Do you just buy the restaurant? You say, yes, can I take your order? Yeah, I'd like to just buy this place. I'm just going to buy it. Buy the whole restaurant. We'll tell you his story coming up. And we'll introduce you to a woman who has come up with a really neat business idea. She'll name your baby. We had a birth yesterday. This woman in San Francisco, I believe it's San Francisco, she will name your baby for $30,000. Sounds like a deal to me. And people are taking her up on it, paying $30,000. Yeah. It's pretty wild. We'll talk a little bit about baby names and how Gen Z are now going on dates simply so they can get the free meal. Hey, good news. Cost of Thanksgiving is about the same as it was last year. You'll see that in the ticker. The results are in, and apparently the price of turkeys is a little bit less. That's offsetting everything. So if you've got turkey as part of your meal, turkeys are down ever so slightly. The fixins, though, the rest of the stuff that goes around, up just slightly. So it all kind of balances out. It's about the same cost as it was last year. I think it's about $10 a person is how it should work out. So if you've got 20 people set to show up, it's going to cost you a couple $100. But anyway, it's not about that. It's about getting together with friends and family and food, the Fs. And hopefully there's no Fs around the table. Stay away from politics. Political free zone. Political free zone. Just avoid the minefield. Oh, my God. Somebody somewhere is going to do it. You know what I like about Donald Trump? Oh, and they're off. And they're off to the races. Reminds me of that Will Ferrell sketch he did many years, 20 years ago probably, where everyone's just there almost in a food fight at the table, screaming at each other. Then they go back to their food. Then they're screaming at each other, and then they stop screaming, and they're back at their food. Hopefully that does not happen to you. Might have to play that in hour 2 of the show today. Starting out with some cool temperatures this morning, we've got a goose egg, and yes, there is snow coming. Now, here's what's happening. If you're lurking in from Saskatchewan, I hate to break this to you, but you might have some snow on the ground, very heavy, wet snow, by the time we reconvene Tuesday morning, okay? It probably won't last. It probably will melt, and for Manitoba, we will have a false alarm. I don't want anyone freaking out when you see white flakes flying through the air late in the day Sunday. We're going to get clipped by this system. Those flakes are going to melt as soon as they hit the ground, but there is a very good chance we are going to see some white stuff this weekend, likely late Sunday. But look, next week we're back into the double digits, so this will be short-lived. It's just going to be cold enough. Just cold enough, and Saskatchewan is going to have a bit of whiteness going on. Some are calling it a storm. It really just depends how cold it's going to get. And if you are headed into Saskatchewan, something just to keep on your radar, could make roads a little bit on the slippery side. I don't know. It seems so early for that. But obviously, you've got your phone. You'll do the double check before you hit the road. But just putting that on your radar this morning. Now, we'll see a beautiful day today, high of 18 in the sunshine. No problem smoking your turkey or maybe deep frying your turkey if you're going to be doing that outside today. You don't want to be deep frying your turkey inside, of course. That would be very bad. And we are getting frosty next week. So the weather summary is this. Gorgeous to start the weekend. Then we get the flirt with snow. And after the flirt and the fart is done, then we're going to have some real cool temperatures, especially in the overnight next week. Okay? All right. There it is. Let's do our welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. We have arrived. Turkey Day is here. Can't wait to hear about your Turkey Day. Can't wait to hear about yesterday's good thing. There were French fries flying around all over the place. Thousands and thousands of people lined up to get fries and ketchup and hash browns. And there was no fighting. It was all really good. There were some people who ran away when they heard there was a donation involved, but that's a standard operating procedure. We figured that might happen. But all in all was good for French Fry Day yesterday, and good morning. It is good to see you, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. And let's see who we've got to say good morning to in chat. Again, rules of the game are like this. We are live streaming on all platforms for hour 1 of the show. That includes YouTube, X, Facebook, TikTok. Hello, TikTok, and happy Thanksgiving. I am thankful for you being back on the Tiki-Talkie. Good to see you. Happy Thanksgiving from Canada. And if you're in Canada, happy Thanksgiving long weekend. I hope it's a good one. And I will move to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. You can get there now by signing up for Twitch. Get yourself a user handle. Then you can join the comments for the entire 2 hours. Otherwise, you comment for the first hour. And we'd love to have you for both hours. because there's lots of stuff to talk about. Stuffing. We got to keep you abreast of all the things. Stop it. Let's get into it. Road Reverend is in this morning. First in on Twitch, along with Cheryl, who is up probably getting some stuff ready for Thanksgiving. And so is Marcel over on TikTok. And Beverly. Good morning, Beverly. I hope you and your family have a great Thanksgiving long weekend. Zumba Bernice is here on Twitch to say happy Thanksgiving long weekend to all the Sun Seekers. Pebbles is here on Twitch too. Good morning, everyone. Happy Keyboard Friday. Indeed it is. Maddox, happy Thanksgiving. Frankie as well, and Mike and Linda over on TikTok. TikTok Linda, we've got Twitch Linda and TikTok Linda. Lots of Twitch Tracy's and TikTok Tracy's too. Good morning to Derek. Derek is here. Hey, TGIF and long weekend. Megan is over on Facebook. Hi, Megan. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Good to see you. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. Ryerson on TikTok. Good morning. Hi, Ryerson. Good morning, Diane. Nice to see you, too. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys are having a good morning, and you've got some big plans, big meals planned, big food plans for the long weekend. Tracy Roger, good morning. Hi, happy Friday. Happy long weekend. Tracy's over on Twitch. Polar Bear is here on Twitch, too. And KDD4380 as well, and Cindy is here too on Twitch. Good morning. Caleb is over on TikTok. Hi, Caleb. Good morning. Welcome aboard. Happy Turkey long weekend. Ryan Marcus is here too. Cindy is here too. Ryan says woohoo. And then Friday. And Quentin says good morning. Lots of sticky keyboards. Why? Because that's what woo. It's just the O's are stuck. Why would keep cranberries? Testing the cranberry sauce near your computer. Don't do that. If you drizzle and drip a little, it'll make things sticky, right? Richard, happy Friday. Hey, Richard. Hey, Wayne on TikTok. Richard is on Facebook. Wayne is on TikTok. Hello. Good morning. Welcome. Janine is here. Oh, boy. She's always got some Friday emojis cooking, and there's coffee, and there's sun, and there's champagne, and then there's turkey, and then there's pie, of course. We'll talk pie. We'll talk desserts. We'll talk turkey. Here we go, says Ryan. Here we go. Jody is here on Facebook. Good morning, Jody. Hi. Nick is here to say happy Keyboard Friday, Sun Seekers. Olivia Blake is here on Facebook. Hi, Olivia. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving long weekend with friends and family. I am so thankful and grateful to you. I don't know how to do this properly. It looks like a pumpkin when I do this, but this means a heart. I'm not sure. You know how the kids do it. That is for you. It's a terrible heart, but I love you. I can't do this show without Sun Seekers, the folks who are in chat. Hi, Shelly on TikTok. I can't do it without you guys. Just stopping by, saying hi, having a little chat with us, having some online fun. Thank you. I'm very grateful. And of course, without sponsors. Those are the businesses you're seeing floating to. There. You see the logos there? Not the Happy Thanksgiving Day Canada logo, but the one on the other side. That has businesses that have supported me for so long. We have been blessed with a full lineup of sponsors for 2 years on this show. Can you believe that? 2 years. And people call every week or two and say, how do I do this? I'd like to sponsor too. And I say, I thank you. Oh my God, I really appreciate it. But the bus is full, and I'm so grateful. And so thank you again. I want to do that before the show gets any further in. That we can't do it without Sun Seekers and without the sponsors. And I'm thinking of you this morning. The show is all about you this morning, and I'm very, very grateful. Thank you for an amazing time Cindy is excited about AI Storytime. She likes that. Patricia's here this morning on Twitch. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning. Richard is here. I think we said good morning. Nick is into hockey. I got my week. I'm supporting the Wheat Kings. Hopefully they get their first win this weekend. We'll continue to say good morning as we get into yesterday's good thing. This is where we like to start the show with some positivity, and Jets opened their season yesterday, so we have a few folks who right off the hop are going to say their good thing was taken in the Jets game. Lanny, and I think this is Lanny's daughter. Hey, Lanny, he's in front of a news reporter there in the background. You should have just photobombed her there. There's a news reporter there. Is that the new guy they signed for $100 million, Lanny? No, that's the guy they signed for $100 million. The Moose. Marty the Moose. I don't know if his name is Marty. They weren't the only ones at the Jets game yesterday. Val was all over our Sunseeker chat yesterday to say, hey, go Jets, go. She looks like she's not a wild one, but Val is wild. Val is wild. She is a wild woman. I hope she's not in chat today hearing me talk about her like this, but she is wild. You know, if you've ever been to a Jets game and they start the wave, it's Val. Val is in there starting the wave. Now, I don't think they won last night. Where's the ticker? Where's Nick? Nick says with the Jets, they lost to Dallas. Okay, thank you. See, there's Nick. Which Manitoba team will be the first to win a game? My money is on the Gold Eyes. Good point, Nick. It is interesting that the Wheat Kings haven't won yet, and now the Jets are off to a 0-1 start, but that's okay. That's all right. It's coming. It's coming. I predict there will be an overtime win for the Wheat Kings this weekend. Hi, Mavis, over on Facebook. Good morning. Good morning. Yesterday's good thing. MJ is here too. Hello, MJ. Happy Thanksgiving long weekend. Oh, maybe Mavis says she is looking forward to a turkey coma weekend. Although it's 2025, you are not allowed to unbutton your pants when you're full anymore. That's just one of those things. Hey, what are you doing? I'm unbuttoning my pipe. I've had too much. Oh, my grandpa used to be famous for that. Oh, man. Remember his kids would be like, Grandpa, what do you do? Oh, I got to go to the living room. Oh, I got to sit in a recliner. Oh, and buckle would go ping, and his buttons go ping, and he'd be sitting there groaning on the... And I remember looking and going, God, wow, that is something else, a sight to behold. I hope I never end up like that. Guess what happens to me this week? I've just moved away from a belt. Just get to the elastic pants. You got to be dressed for the occasion. If you've got sweatpants to wear, dressy sweatpants, sweat dresses. No. There's got to be another name for dress pants that look like, that function as sweats, but are classy enough to wear at the Thanksgiving table. I think I've just discovered some kind of invention. Rhonda's here on Facebook. Good morning, Rhonda. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. So much to be grateful for, including you, Tyler. Oh, you're so kind. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, too. It's a growing one. Oh, boy, there's a few extra plates at that table. That's so exciting. And you know what? On that note, I'd like to say a special congratulations and happy Thanksgiving to those who do have growing families. And there are many. And our thoughts are with those who have a few fewer plates at the table. And there's always that as well. And so you're in our thoughts. And, we really hope that that you hold those ones dear in your memory. And as you enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner and I hope that it is just a treasured weekend of memories and fun and some new memories, too, as families continue to change and some grow and some, have fewer family members as time goes on. But it's a time to share stories, and that is always the best when you share some old stories and laugh so hard. And that's why it's good to misbehave a little bit because, those stories, when they come up years from now, remember that Thanksgiving? That time that Uncle Ty got so loaded and somebody put a gummy in his pumpkin pie and he went down the street. That didn't happen, by the way. That is all fiction. I'm just doing that as just an example. Cindy's GT, family is coming home already. A daughter came home from Regina. Yeah, all right. Good morning, Angela. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to you, too. Hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Good morning, Hope. What a pretty name. Not just Hope from Days of Our Lives. Hope is on TikTok. Hi, Hope. Kevin, too. Hi, Kevin. Give us a good thing from yesterday. This is the weekend we stuff our faces with turkey, says Polar Bear. Mashed potatoes and all the trimmings and wash it down with eggnog. Oh, that's pretty funny. Because it's true. Why do we have the eggnog at Thanksgiving? But we do. Hey, I do want to mention this. I have 2 entries for my hairball contest. For those that might be just lurking in going, what the hell is hairball? This is a tribute band like no other. They're one of the top tribute bands in the United States. They have been to all 50 states, just announced a Canadian tour, of which Manitoba was, they couldn't make the schedules work. People were upset online that they couldn't make a stop in Manitoba. Regina's the closest. But they're going to be at Skydancer for Halloween, okay? That's an October the 31st show. I've got a couple of tickets I'm giving away, and you know what? We'll do the draw later today because I wanted to mention it one more time to give you a chance to go to my Facebook page, scroll down a little bit. You'll see a 70s/80s band. That's not the band, actually. That's Hairball. That's how good they are. They do the pyrotechnics. And the reason that people in Manitoba were upset they didn't stop is because they are so good. They do Twisted Sister. They do Motley Crue. They do all the music, all the pyro. It's like getting to see all your favorite bands in one night. I know it's Halloween, so it's not really convenient for everybody. But you know what? I got 2 entries. I think if we get one more entry and that's it, or none, probably both entries will get to go for free. Anyway, I thought I would throw that in. SkydancerCasino.com. You can check out Tracy Bird November the 15th playing in the Events Center. And we'll have tickets to win for that as well. So check that out. And we'll, like I say, we'll do the draw a little later today. And watch for that update on my social media pages. Gearing up for the Thanksgiving long weekend, if you want to get yourself a Thanksgiving stack, that is with the turkey and the cranberries and the stuffing. Man, you know what? Is there such a thing as too much Thanksgiving? I don't think so. Tim Hortons of Westman has the Thanksgiving stack. And, of course, that will only be on until the big day arrives. And, of course, they have a huge assortment of Halloween merchandise. Now, each store will vary in their supply, right? The glow-in-the-dark Timbits buckets and kitty cat mugs and so on. So if you are at Tim Hortons this weekend, you're going to want to ask if they have any of the Halloween merchandise left because it gets snatched up so fast, so quickly. Tim Hortons of Westman and area wishing you and your family a happy Thanksgiving. Of course, every Tim Hortons of Westman location locally owned and operated by the Party and Crisanti families, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from Brandon, Verdon, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. And at the Elkhorn Resort, they've got 3 servings of butter-basted turkey Thanksgiving extravaganza. It is elegant. It is incredible. There's prime rib on the menu as well. Pumpkin pie, cheesecake, and more. All the trimmings like you've never seen before. It's all at the Elkhorn Resort this weekend. And again, there'll be sittings on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. All you need to do is give them a call or visit elkhornresort.mb.ca. Also, they've got that Elvis impersonator that is coming up on Saturday. I guess that's tomorrow. If you want to check that out, Dalen James is Elvis, and he will be performing. You can get pizza and a show or just the show if you want. I believe pizza and a show is $55, and the show alone is $30. That's at elkhornresort.mb.ca. Happy Thanksgiving from everybody at Clear Lake, Riding Mountain National Park, and the beautiful Elkhorn Resort and Clarso Nordic Spa. Nick's good thing. I was walking in the mall yesterday and saw them setting up the Calendar Club near the food court. That's a great observation. Hey! Good job, Nick. Good job. Very good. That means Christmas can't be too far off. Tracy Roger, GT for today. I am off next week. Yeah. Woo. MJ says, forget the elastipants. Go no pants. Well, you don't want your giblets showing for everybody to see. You want the giblets in the pan only. KD4380 says, GT made it to Free Friday. Got so many fries and hash browns. I was able to share with friends. Oh, yes, it was Friday yesterday, and the crowds were fantastic. Here are some of the great volunteers that helped to make that happen. Thank you for being there. Look at the big bags of fries they were handing out yesterday. Holy moly. And the co-op bear was there. The potato guy was there. Volunteers were there. Look at those giant bags of fries. And again, there was hash browns too. Thousands of people. Thousands and thousands and everyone in Manitoba was getting fries yesterday for free. That's too bad that some people were upset that, I have to make a donation? Not really. You don't have to. It's called a donation, but it is a fundraiser after all. But anyway. MJ is into Saskatchewan for the weekend. Be safe, and keep an eye to the sky just in case they are expecting some of that snow. It should be wet snow for us and won't stick around. Might stick around for them. Tosh was at the grill making some chicken and then went over and got some free fries too. There is a good display, thanks, Tosh, of what they were giving away. There's the fries, there's the hash browns, and there's the ketchup. Beautiful co-op Sensibles Canadian ketchup. Now, can you imagine if you cooked all that at one time, or especially the fries? You put that on a cookie sheet, and then you took like a giant brick of mozzarella cheese. Oh, my God, that would be fantastic. That would be amazing. Get the turkey gravy out. Oh, my God. It is going to be a fantastic weekend. Happy Thanksgiving indeed. Happy Thanksgiving, blessed mama. Oh, MJ made it to Friday, too. It was all over. Everyone in Manitoba made it. MJ says, oh, yeah, we're set. We're set. We got a big haul. Holy crikeys. What are you going to do? Open the chip truck? What are you doing? Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my God. You got enough fries for all of Manitoba right there. Holy cow. That is great. MJ says, people were upset. We made a donation and got a huge fry payload. I'm seeing this right now. I'm seeing some fries on the grass. These are the most amazing trees ever. Instead of leaves on the ground, the trees just shed bags of French fries. It's amazing. It's amazing. And as for Mavis, it sounds like Mavis also took part. And what she did was bagged about a ton of taters. Oh, a ton of taters. Not tater tots. Okay. Stored them in the basement for the winter to give to the food bank over the winter and to locals who are in need. Well, that is fantastic. That is awesome. Woohoo! Pebble says they gave a coupon for co-op ketchup. And so you were quick to get over there. Quentin says he was over there too. We've got fries and hash browns to last us quite a while. I know there were a few people that didn't go too because the lineup was really, really big. That's unfortunate too. But it's Ronald McDonald's Children's Charities. You can still donate. You can do it online, by all means. We're going to get into some Thanksgiving fun. We have to take a quick beach break. Thank you for yesterday's good thing. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. Thanksgiving Canadian style. It's getting underway. And guess what? The Soggy Dollar Beach is back open after the renovations. How cool is this? It's so awesome. I miss this beach. Beach break time. Happy Thanksgiving. Canada Post has got things moving. Again, how wonderful is that? And if there's any last minute good things, of course, we'll get to this. I was a little bit long here today. A little long-winded. Little long-winded. Where is our Friday beach song? Let's have a quick beach break and coffee refill, and then we're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, because it is Friday, a long weekend Friday. Time for some beach time.
Sun is up, let's spread the day. Oh yeah, Friday's here, gonna start to play. Beach bunker, feel the heat. Dance all night, move those feet. Waves crashing, music loud. Feel the vibe, join the crowd. Sun seekers, time to shine. Weekend love will be fine. It's the weekend, let's get wild, wild, wild. Party hard, feel the vibe, vibe, vibe. Sun seekers all day long, long, long. Dance the night, sing our song, Games and laughs, surf the wave. No more work, time to rave. Sunset glow, colors blend. Fun won't stop, never end. Feel the rumble undertows, toes, toes. Beach bunker where it grows, toes, toes. Sun and sand, laughter, sweet, 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 sweet. Grooving down, feel the beat. The beat! It's the weekend, let's get wild, wild, wild. Party hard, feel the vibe, vibe, vibe. Sun seekers all day long, long, long. Dance the night, sing a song, yeah. Oh yeah. Games and laughs, surf the wave. No more work, time to rave. Sunset glow, colors blend. Fun won't stop, never end. Feel the rumble undertows, toes, toes. Beach bunker where it grows, toes, toes. Sun is up, let's spread the day. Oh yeah. Friday's here, gonna start to play. Gonna start to play, yeah. Beach bunker, feel the heat. Dance all night, move those feet. It's the weekend, let's get wild, wild, wild. Party hard, feel the vibe, vibe, vibe. Sun seekers all day long, long, long. Dance the night, sing a song, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love the fact that they've got the beach open again. It was cordoned off for a while there for about 6 weeks as they did some renovations. I guess this is actually the Soggy Dollar in the British Virgin Islands. This is a Friday beach cam tradition that took over ever since the one in Florida got all jittery, and that used to be the Hollywood Beach, Florida cam was our Friday tradition. We moved to this one, then they closed it down because they were doing some renovations. Now they're reopened again, and the bar and restaurant is open, and they're looking out into this beautiful bay. There's boats that come in and out, and folks love to drink in front of us on a Friday to celebrate the weekend live and wave to us at the same time. And so we do that every Friday on the show. Hey, British Virgin Islands, good morning. Live shot. That's it. They're cleaning up. Good morning. Good morning. Live shot. They're getting things all ready for the weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, Canada. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. And easy does it if you're headed into Saskatchewan. Again, there is some precipitation headed in that direction that could land on the ground in some very heavy, wet, temporary precipitation, if you know what I'm saying. And we may see it floating through the air in southwestern Manitoba this weekend. Not quite sure if it'll cause any driving issues in Saskatchewan, but just something to be aware of. We start out at 0. Oh, Oak Lake's not updating for some reason. I'm sure it will shortly. Taking a look outside, seeing some sunshine as we get you into the long weekend. We expect a beautiful start to the long weekend. Holy cow, still some beautiful, beautiful conditions to start Thanksgiving. Today, sunny and 18, 19 for tomorrow. And that's, you can see it on the forecast there. It's Sunday. Sunday. Starts with rain. And as things cool down, that will change over to snow. Our normal for this time of year is now 12. When we reconvene Tuesday, no show on Monday because of the holiday, but we'll be back on Tuesday at 7 a.m. Central for more food, fun, places, and mayhem. When we reconvene, I'm thinking the normal daytime high will be single digits. So theoretically, next week, even though it's cooling down, it's still above normal for this time of year. So I think we're doing okay. I think we'll take it. Okay, happy Thanksgiving. Yes, it's Canadian Thanksgiving. There are some differences between the Canadian and American Thanksgiving, and I'll get to the 9 weird things about Canadian Thanksgiving you may not have known about. But first, I am asking you this morning, pumpkin pie and turkey, of course. But it's also it's not Thanksgiving without blank. And I guess I should have preface this a little bit better because people are saying family, family, friends and family, 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 friends and family. Of course, when you have pumpkin pie and turkey, you got to have friends and family. I was thinking more along the lines of food related. But nevertheless, folks are chiming in. Karen, Gwen, Nancy. However, Fern says that they are changing things up a little bit this year. Roast beef with gravy, mashed potatoes, carrots, peas, fresh baked buns from Kuipers. Thank you, Fern. Of course, I appreciate that. Let's not forget lemon meringue tarts and not pie. Somebody had shared some key lime pie with me a couple of weeks back, and oh man, I think that might replace pecan pie as my favorite. I love key lime. I'm a lime freak. Mouth waters just thinking about it. Christine is having birthday cake. Happy birthday, Christine. I know it was your birthday yesterday, so you're still eating birthday cake. Kathy loves pierogies for Thanksgiving, but it's overwhelmingly family and friends. Tara likes football. It's good to have. It's a good way to celebrate the Thanksgiving, and yes, it is. Although Canada does not have a traditional Thanksgiving game per se, the Americans do, because theirs is wonky. Their Thanksgiving is the last Thursday of November, and of course there is a parade, a giant parade, and they've got 2 football games usually for their Thanksgiving on Thursday. And then the next day is Black Friday. So really in the States, it's a 4-day weekend for them. For us, it's a 3. And it's typical. You know, in Canada, it's much more we're apologizing for 3 days. We're making sure we're polite to everybody. And in America, it's a parade. It's a parade followed by pushing and shoving for shopping. Makes perfect sense. Martin Short maybe explains it better. Here he is on Jimmy Fallon, explaining to Jimmy what Canadian Thanksgiving is all about on the Fallon Show. Martin Short, of course, was a cast member of SCTV right alongside John Candy. Oh, that John Candy documentary is out this weekend. Is it the 10th? It is it's tonight. Oh my God, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. John Candy documentary is on tonight. I got the Wheat Kings on TV. I got John Candy on. Oh, I'm unreachable. I'm unreachable. And sports, John Candy, and turkey. Anyway, I'm all over the map. Here he is. Martin Short with Jimmy Fallon.
I like a compliment.
But Thanksgiving, you have Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, no, we actually, I'm Canadian American, as you know, born in Canada. Gee.
That was a good one.
That was
like a whoa.
Well, it was a combination of a man being cheerful and also passing a stone.
It's that rare combination.
A rare combination.
It's a rare combination.
No. Well, Canadians, we have our Thanksgiving in October.
That's right.
October 6th, and which is your Columbus Day. And we have different traditions. We like to stuff the turkey through the beak. That's unusual. You do it in a different way.
That is unusual. You do that in Canada.
Yeah. But, and then, we'll sit around and tell each other what we're thankful for, and then we'll apologize if it feels like bragging.
That's very Canadian of you.
We eat a whole potato because mashing requires too much aggression.
You're very peaceful in Canada.
And then at the end of the dinner, we stand together and all sing songs about public health care.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful thing to do?
Yeah.
I want to talk about, you're on tour still with...
Oh, the songs about public health care. I wish I could get a doctor. I wish I could see a med. Sing along. I wish I could get a doctor. I hope I don't wind up, oh boy, I'll just change the lyrics. I love our free medical system. It's always there for me. It's a great place to go and hang out and see some drunk people outside going for a pee. Oh, yeah, our free medical system is awesome. Our free medical system is great. Our free medical system is fantastic, but you sure as hell have to wait. See, that's a song. I just invented that. So Martin is right. We can do it. We can... we can do these songs. You can do it too. Make fun of the medical system. Yes, you said the Americans are, it must be nice to have free health care. I always say to them, okay, let's have 2 ice cream shops. You pay for your ice cream at one, and then you hand out free ice cream. Free Friday. Let's better example. Did anybody show up for free fries? Well, how long was the lineup? There were a lot of people that said, you know what? I'll go buy my fries. I'm okay. I'll just give to the Ronald McDonald House online. I'm just not going to wait. So it's one of those things, depending on who you talk to. Oh, Cindy wants to know, John Candy documentary. It's Prime. I'm sure it's Prime. Yes, Prime Video. And the documentary is called I Like Me. I am so excited. What a day. Canada Post, MJ had asked, I'm sorry, MJ. Yes, Canada Post is back at work, kinda. They're doing rotating strikes now. And I'm sorry, no one is happier than me. And people are, I love you. I love the folks who have said, you need to get into 2025. Why are you still getting things in the mail? Forget it. You know what? The thing is that, when it comes to checks from the U.S., of which I still do a fair amount of work in the States, they use the Postal Service there. And what's ironic to me is that the Americans are in a shutdown right now. The whole government is shut, except for the Postal Service. No, the U.S. Postal Service is run separately because they consider it essential. And 75% of small businesses in America still use the Postal Service. It's tried, tested, true, works, maintains its, not profitability, but sustainability. And so they keep it running. And they look up here and go, what the hell are you guys doing? What are you doing up here? I don't know. Well, we're eating turkey this weekend. But anyway, they're moving to rotating strikes, which means things are going to slow, but they're still going to get through. So I'm going to get paid. And so I'm a little bit in a good mood today. So that's how the day started. Plus, we had a whole bunch of lurkers come in on the show today. Love when there's lots of company at the beach bunker. That's a good way to start the day. And all the sports on TV. I got my kids coming home this weekend. I am happy about that. And now, John Candy. This is going to be so amazing tonight. You know where you're going to find me on the couch, bawling my damn eyes out. I love this guy. He's one of my favorites.
John Candy or what was wrong. But he was my friend, and I don't want to cry, but when I see him, when you see his face, I mean...
Who are you?
I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog.
Gus Walensky, Polka King of the Midwest.
Del Griffin, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
This is a lovable guy. This is a guy who, the minute you see his face, you're going to smile.
He was amazingly funny.
Thank you.
He was one of the top performers out of all of them.
Guess my secret to acting would be I pretend real hard.
Even though John did distinctly different characters, John was always there.
He was so gentlemanly and so Canadian.
Nobody had bigger expectations for himself than John.
And then all of a sudden, it kind of jumped to a different level.
I'd made winning my whole life. And when you make winning your whole life, you have to keep on winning.
You've been in more turkeys than a stuffing mix.
I think the weight of everything he was doing was just too much.
A hazard of this business is that it's very unhealthy for people pleasers.
You can't really do favors for people.
It's a bottomless cup of coffee.
If you go a whole lifetime eating your feelings, drinking your feelings, smoking your nerves, it shows up.
You know, there's some things that are just painful. That's it. And you can't make them not painful.
Hollywood still reacting to the shocking news.
John Candy is dead at the age of 43.
But it's the face you put on the world that defines who you are.
He lived his life very much like the movies. He was the child that made everyone happy. And he was the adult that did that.
You know, I remember John caring when not a lot of people did.
Every time you go away,
This is no meager life we reflect on today.
you take a piece of.
This is as full a life as any human can live.
Hi, Daddy. Hi, Jennifer. How you doing?
Magnificent of visage, eyes and frame, a titan of a gentle, golden man.
Well, you think what you want about me. I'm not changing. I like me.
Yeah, that always gets me in that movie, too. I love that one. I might have to watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, too. I might just have to sit down and watch SCTV for 4 days. All right. Yeah, that's going to be... I think it'll be half funny, half sad. I mean, we still feel the effects of that loss as far as I'm concerned. And I think, I figured out why I am rather tolerant of our new Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney. And I think I keep mentioning this, but it's worth mentioning. I am not a liberal. I don't really much like liberal politics. Justin Trudeau, to me, was absolutely a clown and awful and so on. And then we got this new guy, Mark Carney, and he's a Bank of Canada governor and blah, 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 all tooty financial guy. But I like his sense of humor. There's something about this guy, and I know critics will say, well, Tyler, what the hell does that have to do with a prime minister? But I think that is part of being Canadian, that should be a prerequisite for anybody leading our countries. You have to have a sense of humor. There has to be some humor involved. You have to be able to crack a joke, take a joke, have a laugh, because I think that, to me anyway, that is a huge part of the Canadian identity, is being able to laugh. We aren't just exporters of oil and lumber and steel when we can. We export laughter and joy, and we have to remember that, because times are tough, and we could really use some of this export right now. And John Candy was, and not alone, Eugene Levy and all these great guys, Lorne Michaels, who runs Saturday Night Live, Canadian guy, Jim Carrey, you could list a bunch of them. It is our great export. Derek says F. Carney. See? Well, yeah. His politics are one thing, but he's got a good sense of humor. And at least he doesn't wear rainbow socks. So, I don't know. When he cracks a joke, when he's laughing, I like his sense of humor. Put it this way, I am not angry when I see him on television, and that is a huge improvement from when Justin was on. My blood pressure, just see a picture of him. I don't like seeing him in my news feed. Remember this guy? No, I don't want to remember that. I want to enjoy turkey. I want to look forward. Oh, well. Make sure you get your pumpkin pie at Kuiper's Family Bakery today, okay? Nice and hot and ready to rock and roll. Get those tray buns ready to go, too. Need some tarts? Oh, man. You are going to impress your company. They're going to say, what happened here? How did you get so amazing in the kitchen? And you'll say, well, whether you tell them the truth, I'll leave that with you. But what I can tell you is the truth about Kuiper's. Generational recipes passed down. You will taste that when you go in there, whether they be the monster cookies or the tarts or the fresh baked bread or the pumpkin pies or the treats that you put out. And why does Christmas get a dainty tray? Thanksgiving can have a dainty tray too. Load up at Kuiper's Family Bakery for your Thanksgiving at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, next to Tasty's. And then you can swing by the Co-op to get your fixings. Co-op Gold turkeys, $1.99 a pound. Their hams, $2.49 a pound. And, of course, they've got your salads and sides and potatoes and everything you could possibly want for Thanksgiving at Co-ops of Westman. Need some pumpkins for decoration? They got them, too. They got everything you could possibly need. And maybe you don't like pumpkin pie. Maybe you'd rather have a cheesecake, or maybe rather just ice cream. Oh, that Co-op Gold ice cream is the best there is. I'm so lucky to have so many sponsors that are the best at their game in their line of work. And ice cream at Co-op is insane. Heritage Co-op, Pembina, Twin Valley, Valley View, Boundary Co-op, and Hamiota Co-op too. And yes, they have eggnog ice cream, in case you're asking. Happy Thanksgiving from the crew at Eplaw Office. Maybe this is your first Thanksgiving in your new home, or maybe next Thanksgiving you're hoping to have a new home. When it comes to buying or selling real estate, you're going to need a lawyer to help out with that, and they'd like to have you remember Eplaw Office because they can help you out with that. They also do corporate law, so if your business is growing and you'd like to incorporate, by all means, reach out to them, or if you're planning a will or an estate, or maybe you have an existing will, you want to move it, amend it, take a look at it. Eplaw Office can help at 642 18th Street, Unit A, across from the RBC. Okay, so 9 weird and interesting facts about Canadian Thanksgiving. Please post your thoughts as 9 of them. Number 1, it's older than the American version. The first Canadian Thanksgiving was celebrated in 1578 by Martin Frobisher in Newfoundland. So who came first? Ours did. But I believe at one time we celebrated around the same time, and then we separated. But we were first. It's number 2, it's always on a Monday. Unlike the Americans, they celebrate last Thursday in November. Canadians enjoy a long weekend every year on the second Monday of October. And so some people will get the 4-day weekend. It's got to suck, though, if you get Thanksgiving off, but you got to report to work. You got to report to work for Black Friday. I always thought, that's torture, because you get that day off, and everyone kind of gets drunk on the Wednesday. They're hungover on the Thursday. Then you got to report to work on the Friday, but then you got the weekend to recover. It's kind of a mess. It's kind of messy that way.
Home for Thanksgiving.
No, I have to work on Friday. You?
I'm Canadian, remember? We celebrate Thanksgiving in October.
Oh, right. I forgot. You guys are weird. You pronounce the word out.
You guys are the world's leader in handgun violence, your healthcare system is bankrupt, and your country is deeply divided on almost every important issue.
Your cops are called Mounties.
So you're not going home for Thanksgiving?
Oh, the classic How I Met Your Mother. Canadian Thanksgiving. Other weird things about Canadian Thanksgiving. Number 3, turkey isn't mandatory. While turkey is traditional, Canadians often will eat ham, roast beef, or even salmon, depending on the region they're in. As we saw with Fern, she's doing roast beef. Never done salmon, though. Pumpkin pie is a recent tradition. Early Canadian Thanksgivings didn't have pumpkin pie. It became popular in the 19th century. Number 5 of 9. It's tied to the harvest, not a historical event. Canadian Thanksgiving originated as a celebration of the harvest and blessings, not a specific historical encounter. In the States, you've got the Pilgrims getting together with First Nations, enjoying a meal. That has kind of been the historical context of our southern neighbors. But for us, it's all about harvest because most farmers have got the harvest done and it's time to partay. Number 6 of 9, football is optional, as we saw earlier. Unlike the U.S., watching football isn't a Thanksgiving tradition for Canadians, although CFL fans do enjoy their turkey with their football or football with their turkey. Number 7, some Canadians celebrate twice. Quebec celebrates Thanksgiving separately from the rest of Canada because that's how they are up here. Because the province has its own cultural holidays, though it's less emphasized. Some Canadians also, due to marriage and family, will celebrate the Canadian and American Thanksgiving. That's this guy. I get 2 turkeys. Number 8, there's a Thanksgiving Day parade in Canada. Edmonton and Kitchener have Thanksgiving parades, although not nationally publicized like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade in the U.S. I didn't know that till this morning, actually. Edmonton and Kitchener, they should put those on. Put those on TV. What else is on? Infomercials for the Legmaster? Put the Thanksgiving Day parade on TV. CTV, CBC, and whoever else is on television. Anyway, and number 9 of weird things about Canadian Thanksgiving, it's still considered an autumn Thanksgiving because it's October, whereas the November Thanksgiving is much more of a winter-style event. And, of course, that comes complete with the Christmas trimmings. And you'll notice that even in a lot of American movies where there's a Thanksgiving meal or there's things going on for Thanksgiving, sometimes there will be Christmas decorations in the background. After all, it is literally a month away from Christmas. So there's some holiday overtones. And some families actually use that in the States as a pseudo-Christmas because, you know, you've got blended families and you've got expanded families, and the definition of family by its very nature is changing. So you've got 7 families that can't get together as much as they'd like to. So you can have a Christmas/Thanksgiving type of celebration in November as opposed to Christmas. So anyway, there you go. 9 weird and interesting facts about Canadian Thanksgiving. Thoughts on any of those things? Football, weird foods, celebrating twice, always being on the Monday. I kind of like that. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like having that long weekend. It is pretty. Zumba Bernice says, my husband is prepping prime rib and roast lamb. Oh, somebody is. So is the King of England coming over for your Thanksgiving? Must be nice. I'm taking my free French fries that I got yesterday and I'm molding it into the shape of a turkey. And then I'm going to take the home brew that I got from some bush somewhere and I'm going to get everyone so plastered that when they're eating the French fry shaped turkey or turkey shaped French fries, they're going to think they're eating turkey. Oh, that's the greatest turkey we ever had. Because it's free. Got to pinch those pennies. Can't be all prime rib. Look at prime rib and roast lamb. Oh, enjoy. You work hard. You deserve it. I'm just jealous. Cindy says we're hoping our little turkey shows up this weekend. Oh, baby watch. Live stream it on Twitch. I'll come over. I got the cameras ready to go. I got the cameras ready to rock. KDD4380 says we're doing pork tenderloin. Very nice. Low and slow. That's how you go. Low and slow. Hi, Lisa. Happy Thanksgiving on Facebook. You snuck that under the wire just as like Indiana Jones. This is under before that door closes because we have to say farewell and happy Thanksgiving as we move over to the Twitch platform exclusively. It's for VIPs only. Some very special content coming up only for VIPs. That is at twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can also lurk in at tylerglenshow.com. On behalf of my family and friends, on behalf of the entire staff here at the Tyler Glen Show, from the accounting department all the way on down to accounts receivable, accounts payable, our sales department, production department, our writers, producers, everyone who works so tirelessly on this incredible live stream program, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving long weekend. We'll see you Tuesday, 7 a.m., okay? Thank you, Facebook. And thank you, X. Gobble, gobble. Easy on the giblets. Save the gizzard for me. Okay, YouTube, bye-bye. We're moving over to Twitch.